So the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football.
But he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Shaw, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Shaw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So on 4th down on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
This is fielded at the 7. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
The Bengals at 4-3, a game over 500. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McCormick. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TV.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick-6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's Schaub. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a completion to Wilson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Well, Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Shaw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson, what a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Now Hall to start the drive. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the Jets sweep, here comes Moore.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. The point after is good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
To the 43, 2nd down.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 2nd and 12, Shaw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play even though it was complete. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
He's back to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Shaw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The New York set to take the field.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Trying to find Breece Hall out of the backfield.
3rd down here.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. After the sack on 1st down, Schaub. This is Smith with a grab.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now on 2nd and 13, Schaub. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free.
And this will be caught. It It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out there, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, movie. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up is the lockdown man himself, Jaire Alexander.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to the 14-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. Here's Schaub. There's a nice move. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff. They did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The Bengals hit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Schaub.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Ja'Marr Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now,
this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now it's Jackson.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not cap.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McCormick. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A-gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Jackson looking to throw on third. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Bengals have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Schaub. And
Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A
his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
On target to his man, Likely.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
David Ojabo
in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Schaub.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schaub. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Another try after the first down sack. Chubb throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On second and 10, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll try to draw here with Dalvin. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. The clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals set to take over. Well, they can smell victory, Carter. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penalty.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
75 yards.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 15. Just over a minute, 40 to play. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Able to slither by, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jackson. Dobbins with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Jackson.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Jackson to throw.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Jackson. He's got Atwell. That's complete. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing, Jackson.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it should...
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog like